Hello, YouTube. This is Darius, aka Mr. Therinos, and um, I apologize for not having a video because it's been a while since I left you without a dope beat to step to. No, it's been a while since I made a video, and that's mainly because I don't have Wi-Fi, a Wi-Fi connection at my new place, and nobody is opening their network up for me to log in to. And also the business office where I'm staying at kind of has crappy Wi-Fi and whatever. Um, and I haven't had the time to go look for like a cafe or something, a hotspot. Um, so I just wanted to make this video. It's friggin' late and Um, kind of making adjustments in my new place still. The only piece of furniture I've had like the whole month I've been here is a desk chair, and that's it. But now I have bar stools and an inflatable couch, which I'll show you guys. I'll do like a tour or whatever if anybody cares to watch. So be expecting that soon. Um, so the reason why I wanted to make this video, it's late and I should be sleeping and getting ready for work. But I wanted to talk about this dirty laundry this drama I've kind of mentioned in my first videos. And just talk about it real quick because there's a positive message in what I've been through. Oh, it feels so good. Sorry about that. I was cracking my neck if you didn't hear it. So, yeah, I've dealing with ramifications of this high school bullshit that somebody put me through, and I just wanted to encourage anybody that's going through any kind of drama, any kind of mess, um, to keep to not let it set you back in your life or your personal goals or your aspirations or whatever it may be. Because this incident definitely set me back, and like I could have given up and quit work and gone to live with my parents. And luckily, I had resources and people to support me where I could stay in town and keep my job and continue working and eventually finding a place. So let's do this dirty laundry. So what happened was I agreed to switch places with somebody who was going to take over and start a new lease at the house I was going to move out of. And that was in August, and August was the cutoff date for our lease, and that month we were late on rent, to be honest, and the my roommates and I, and that was the Rat Ranch. If anybody ever experienced the Rat Ranch, so we were late on rent, and the landlord. We talked to the landlord, and he was cool with it. Like he wasn't cool with it, but he was like, "I understand you guys are college kids, and you guys depend on financial aid and scholarships and whatnot, and I know your money's coming through like in the beginning of the month or the end of the month or whatever." And we're like, "Okay, cool, we'll pay you in the middle of the month." And he's like, "All right, fine." Um, and in the meantime, I had somebody to take over the lease for the following year, and he was kind of iffy about it. Our landlord was like, I kind of want to do some work on it, and I'm like, no, these guys are really reliable, and they'll pay your rent, and they'll be on time because they're financially stable. And so I kind of had to like convince our landlord to let these people stay in the house, and because he was set on doing some remodeling, and so he's like, all right, well, fine, let me meet these people, and we'll go from there. And so we pay our rent finally, and this was like mid August, and also um, my friend who I was gonna switch places with, I was gonna move into her apartment, and she was gonna sign the lease into the house, and it was gonna be a good deal. So they signed the lease, and their lease doesn't start till the following month, right? So I'm staying in the house. Actually, there's a lot more to it, but basically, I have say over the house, and she saw my fraternity brother parked in the driveway, and my fraternity brother called me saying like, I know your rent was gonna end this month. I was just calling to check if you're still staying there. Can I park in your driveway because there's nowhere for me to park? And I was like, yeah, cool. And I didn't think anything of it. I was dealing with a scorpion bite at the time, and I was in freaking IHS, which is the Indian Indian Health Services, and I was in Phoenix Indian Medical Center, which is like I guess the equivalent of going to county. So, anyways, like I was dealing with that. I was like numb tongue, and I couldn't feel my leg, and my brain's just like really agitated. I couldn't sit still. I'm looking at my phone. I can't, like my eyes are just have a mind of their own. So he called me. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. And so my friend Shaguro, like if you're not autumn, if you put the suffix sh in front of anything like sh, it means big. So Shaguro, she's a Shaguro and I'm a Shaboy. But Shaguro called me and is like, you need to tell this person to move out of the driveway or else I'm gonna have him towed. And I'm like, okay, hold on, you don't have any say over this month in the household because you didn't pay this month's rent. It was my roommates who paid, who moved out, but they were able to pay for the month's rent and the late fees and whatnot. And she's like, no, your power over this month is nullified because you were late on rent. And I'm like, hold on, that's not what the landlord said, and that's not what we agreed upon when you signed your lease. So I don't know why you're acting brand new telling me all this information. So I'm like, well, let me call the landlord to verify what you're saying. And the landlord, I call him at 7 p.m. I'm dealing with my scorpion bite, and um, luckily we have an awesome landlord. And he was like, no, like your unless she paid for the rent in August, then she doesn't have any say in who parks and what where. You have say over the household. And I'm like, okay, well that's what I thought. And the landlord's like, well, she's freaking crazy, and I don't know why she's doing this to you. And she's like, they ended up communicating together, the landlord and Shaguro, and the landlord was basically on my side, and he was really confused about why she was doing this, and I have no clue either, like why she was doing it. I just told him that Shaguro's like larger than life, like she, I guess, makes a decision and whatever, like she tries to get what she wants basically, and even if it's in a treacherous, conniving way, that's how she is, I guess. And I was a victim of that. So I was a victim because when she called me or when we were texting, she's like, "You can't move into this place, and you can't move in. We're not transitioning." And so I get cut out of a house or an apartment, and she gets to lease the house that I was leasing. And the only reason why I'm not in the house is because like Shaguro has her own business. I'm like, you need to have your own space to do your own thing. So let's just switch. So I was being nice and courteous, and because I don't know, she wanted me to take sides, and I'm not someone to take sides, ever. I guess it's one of my pet peeves, but there's definitely some high school bullshit that um, I was dealing with. But like, I'm at a place where like I'm over it now, and it was just a big thing because I've never dealt with drama like that. So I want to encourage anybody who's going through something personal with somebody or like a certain like incident that happened. There's this YouTuber called Alex Icon, and he's like, if you have a goal and there's something in the way, it's like a windshield, like a dirty windshield, and like there's something like a bug splatter or like just a really dusty window that where you losing your vision. He's like windshield wiper, windshield wiper. So that's not Wingapu. That's dusting or wiping off all like the negativity and um, so yeah, that's kind of like been my mindset. And so when Alex Icon did that, I was like, oh, that's so cool because it's so true that like um, certain things can keep us away from our visions, and that's definitely been one incident. And I've been trying to be positive about the whole thing, and it's definitely worked. Like I said, I haven't given up, and um, I'm still trying to obtain what I need to do in my personal goals. So um, if you're still watching, definitely keep that in mind. That windshield wiper. Don't let anyone deter you from your goals. Don't let one incident be that life changer um, incident. So, um, if you're still watching, thank you for watching. I'm kind of like trying to talk fast and get my point across. So, thank you, Sapo. Thumbnail.